come hither, if you please. I will not cajole, taunt, or tease. Listen to this palaver in the palace of striptease as I present a fan dance. Don't squirm or wheeze, this is not a fanfaronade, but a polemic of poetry on the poles. Get ready to take a pole of the kick, whim, or a lick. It might even be a trick, but venture many guesses and let down your long tresses as we engage in a polemic of poetry on the poles. The polemic of poetry performed on the pole gives prissy prigs an exoteric glimpse into exotica. Let's strip away teasing prejudices, the kind that inhibits a perfectly normal curiosity about the gyrations and implications of poetry on or about the pole. Poetry is beloved by reader, writers, and romantics alike. Let's go to the polls, then poll some people about using this polemic to ponder and then praise each other. Enter that for the $1,000 in Spiros' contest. What do you think?
Yes.
Okay. So, is the city councilor still here?
No.
No. All right. No further comment about that, but I'd like to share with you my take on city politics these days. This is a tender tale of two brothers. In days of yore, in times of espoir, a husband and wife had a dream. The American dream: success. Successful business, civic duty, healthy sons. The cherished firstborn arrived circa 1960s, angelic, blonde, blue-eyed, sturdy, a good kid, smart. Next came the cute one, charming but restless, a good kid, couldn't concentrate. Yes, he could sit still, but he couldn't grasp ideas. He couldn't grasp concepts, contexts. He got it, the rules, regulations, football plans. The older boy noticed the little one needed help, protection. Names like ADD weren't in the lexicon yet. The older one so loved the younger one, he vowed, like in a marriage, to be there through thick and thin. In time, they grew into adults. Their father prospered, fulfilling his dream. Their mother didn't see her boys for the men they became. She only saw the success, the civic duty, the acme, pinnacle of what she expected, not the fact that the younger became a kind of schlemiel, a hapless intellectual butterfly with Teflon-like luck. When arrested for drug charges, they were dropped. When charged with domestic abuse, charges dropped. When fined, it was waived. When admonished by those he didn't know, the admonishment fell on deaf ears. This one, the one with a form of ADD, became mayor of the largest city in the land, based on false promises, short-sightedness, and fear-mongering. The older brother never forgot his personal vow to protect his sibling and joined the round table of civic administrators. After all, they shared a secret to protect the dignity of the one lacking concentration. Everyone in the metropolis suffered. It became the mayor's job to inflict this suffering because he has no empathy. He couldn't concentrate, he couldn't see. He couldn't see the people in front of him. He drives a big car and escapes to a countryside far away, but his brother is there tenderly protecting this ignorance. This is a tender brotherly love story, but it is at the expense of millions. It is also the story of a homicide, a true-to-life murder mystery, and the victim is the whole city. Yes. I never know when I say that who's going to be in the audience, but it's, I have to feel that courage is the only way to survive this time. So I'd like to end by singing for you. The prelude to this story is in the 1400s, 15th century, in Spain, during the Inquisition, the Jews were expelled, and some traveled northward through Europe, and some went southward to North Africa. Several hundred years later, Verdi in Italy, and this is also a very special thank you to Luciano Iacobelli, who's going to publish my next collection of poems called Ruminations of a Fractured Diamond. Anyway, so Verdi heard this music that the Ladino people took with them, and he used it at the end of La Traviata. Several hundred years later, I guess, I heard the original Ladino version, and I couldn't handle the words. It was a love song, and it was all about, you did me wrong, and may your blood flow, and, all of this great cursing. And I just thought, there's no way I can do that. So I took the melody, arranged it to my purposes, and my words are, goodbye, my dear. So nice to meet you. You have enriched my life. Your mother, when she brought you to this world, gave you a heart that loves much. Now you seek other passions. Now you flame other fires. Now you knock on other doors, but for me, you exist. It's in Spanish with Ladino. If you know the melody, please join me. Adio, adio, querido, de conocerte me alegro, la vida mi enriqueces. Adio. Cuando te da luz y te transforma corazón y yo quiero para amar mucho. Adiós, adiós, conocierte me alegro, la vida me enriquece.